Here's the script, 901 words. The crushing reason your own lungs are hiding the deepest place on Earth from you, and in 2012, it nearly folded a steel submersible like an aluminum can, 200 meters short of the bottom. Right now, air is sitting in your chest. That air is the reason you will never see the bottom of the ocean with your own eyes. Not distance, not money, your own body. And once you understand why, you'll never look at a glass of water the same way again. 7 miles down in the Pacific, there's a scar in the seafloor called the Mariana Trench. At its deepest point, the Challenger Deep, the water above you would weigh more than 50 jumbo jets stacked on your chest. That's over 16,000 pounds per square inch. Your lungs, the ones keeping you alive right now, would implode in a fraction of a second down there, faster than your brain could register pain. Only 3 humans have ever touched that floor. 3. More people have walked on the moon. And what they found waiting down there raises a question nobody in oceanography wants to say out loud on camera. In 1960, Jacques Piccard and Don Walsh rode a steel sphere called the Trieste into the Challenger Deep, and a window cracked under the pressure on the way down. They kept descending anyway. When they finally touched bottom, their lights hit something that shouldn't have been possible, a flatfish, gliding across the silt, at a depth where textbooks said a spine would already be crushed to paste. 52 years later, in 2012, director James Cameron piloted a solo submersible, the Deep-Sea Challenger, back into that same trench. Around 10,000 meters down, the hull began to groan. A support strut failed. He kept going alone in a coffin-shaped steel capsule because the alternative was surfacing without an answer. What he found wasn't a dead zone. It was alive, amphipods swarming like insects. Strange gelatinous organisms called xenophytophores, single cells the size of your fist, older than complex life itself. The trench wasn't empty. It was hiding something. Here's the part that should unsettle you. That crushing pressure, the thing your lungs can't survive, isn't just protecting the trench from us. It's protecting something from getting out. And the wall between your world and that one is thinner than anyone in a lab coat wants to admit. In 2019, explorer Victor Vescovo took a submersible to the exact bottom of Challenger Deep and found a plastic bag and candy wrappers already sitting there ahead of him, carried down by currents nobody fully understands. If garbage from the surface can travel 7 miles down in decades, something down there can, in theory, travel back up. Scientists have pulled amphipods from that trench with plastic fibers embedded in their tissue and pollutant levels higher than crabs living in some of the most contaminated rivers on the planet. The deepest place on Earth is not isolated from you. It is downstream of you. And whatever chemistry happens to those pollutants under 16,000 pounds of pressure in total darkness, for decades at a time, nobody has fully mapped it. Now think back to that flatfish Piccard swore he saw in 1960. For decades, marine biologists dismissed it, insisted nothing with a spine could survive that depth. Then in 2014, cameras near the Mariana Trench filmed a snailfish, pale and translucent, calmly swimming at 8,000 meters, deeper than anything with a backbone was supposed to exist. Its cells had adapted at a molecular level, packed with a chemical compound called TMAO that keeps proteins from collapsing under pressure that would turn your own cell walls to jelly in an instant. The trench had been quietly rewriting the rules of biology the entire time humans insisted it was empty. And here's the detail almost nobody mentions. The Mariana Trench isn't just a hole. It's the front edge of the Pacific Plate sliding underneath the Mariana Plate, an active subduction zone capable of generating earthquakes and tsunamis on a scale we've barely modeled. The same crushing forces sealing life inside are the same forces capable of unleashing it upward, in the form of a wave without warning. So the ocean isn't hiding the trench from you to protect a secret. It's hiding it because your body is built for a world with one atmosphere of pressure, thin air, sunlight, warmth, and 7 miles down is a completely different planet, sealed inside this one, that has been evolving on its own terms since before animals had backbones. Every breath you take is proof you were built for the surface, not the deep. That barrier isn't going anywhere. But the trench keeps leaking evidence upward anyway, plastic, chemicals, creatures no one predicted, as if pressure alone can't keep the boundary sealed forever. Fewer than 30 dives in human history have ever reached that floor. We have sent more spacecraft to Mars than we have sent people to the deepest point on our own planet. So if plastic bags and toxic chemicals can already find their way 7 miles down into a place your own lungs will never let you reach, what else has been quietly making that same trip in the other direction, rising up from the one place on Earth we've barely even looked?